What's up guys, welcome back to another Halloween animatronic unboxing. This time around, my most anticipated prop.
Very much only yours.
From Home Depot 2025 Halloween. My two top were probably the Worry Crow and then this guy. The 9-foot Gruesome Grounds, giant size, color changing LED Horrifying Hickory. He looks awesome, 280 bucks. He was the first thing I picked up this year. Yeah. I think he's gonna be amazing.
I think he better be amazing for 280 bucks.
Right.
I'm not very impressed so far, guys.
Right, he's not impressed with the price tag.
For sure.
I get it.
It's a glowing hollow tree.
I will say though, when we went to go pick him up at Home Depot, the box is much bigger than we thought it would be.
It barely fit in our car.
Taking measurements here.
43.5 inches.
Okay.
By 40 inches by 24.
So 43 by 40 by 24. We don't have a truck. We do have a Ford Explorer. It just barely fit in there. So the box is huge. You have dimensions. If you're picking this up, plan for how to bring this guy home.
Yeah.
He's huge. Like we said, 280 bucks. I think it's gonna be awesome. Let's jump into this 9-foot Gruesome Grounds
Horrifying Hickory.
Horrifying Hickory. Let's check it out. Nice. So it's always fun to see when they print the actual build instructions there on the cardboard. Check him out, he's gonna be awesome.
You can't quite lose the instructions if you lose the box.
Got the instructions there. Let's go ahead and put everything over here on this table. First thing out is the base.
It has a small profile.
Yeah. It's gotta be one of the hands on the branches.
An arm, you have like some green.
This is some cloth that'll hang from these branches.
Another hand, I assume.
This is probably the LED light feature.
Oh, another arm. Wait, this looks like, ooh, the top. Wait,
it's like the crown on top of the head. Love the texture in the tree.
There's like nice mold, yeah.
Oh, there's some moss on there?
Oh, that's the part.
This is probably the coolest part here.
White hope.
Oh, it's almost like a mat. Check that out.
Oh.
Spooky look. There's a little bit of fabric on there. But check it out how it's like a mask.
I wonder how it plugs in.
That's really cool.
Oh, we'll find out. Controls on the back.
Nice.
Ooh.
Probably the last piece. This looks to be the base of the tree, which the base isn't too wide.
It's not big.
But I love that they got the moss already kind of built into the base. All right, so the box is empty. As you can see, we got everything here, staged on the pool table. First impressions are really cool with all the texture. They got kind of sculpted into all this plastic. Check out the face on him, that looks so cool. I also really like the way they got the moss already kind of glued on and built into him. Nice vibrant color as well. Lots of pieces. We got some controls here where the power is gonna go. So there you go, all the pieces. We're gonna move this box here and jump into the build.
Yeah, right there.
Nice. Oh, that's cool. So it uses these little fabrics to hide the seams. The seam ain't too bad, but that's cool that they incorporate that. We got this guy. Nice. See, that has to plug in here. So we ran into a little snag here. The metal bar that's supposed to plug into this frame here, it really doesn't fit. The angle that it comes in at doesn't slip in, so we're gonna have this little gap here for now. We'll try and force it more so, but luckily the face will come over and this will cover it. Probably the coolest piece on the tree. That face looks awesome. Slide it on down. He's fully assembled. We're gonna stand him up, but you know, our ceiling is 10 feet, so he should clear the ceiling. This guy will end up going outside, but we're in Vegas, it's hot. We're not gonna build him outside right now. He looks awesome. Let's go ahead and stand him up. We'll plug him in and see how he looks. So that's your on switch, and then here's to change your colors. Let's go ahead and put him all the way back. So let's go far back into the corner as we can. All right, it also comes with these kind of fabric pieces. Let's go ahead and lay them on top of the branches.
Hey.
So I will say though, we were trying to crank on this arm to fit it in, and there's no way to get it in there. The steel kind of channel from the arm into the body just doesn't line up. Thankfully we got this, but if this is going to be outside in the wind, it might end up putting more pressure on that than it can handle. So we'll see what happens with that, but he looks awesome. Check him out.
It's bigger than our house.
Okay, so he's all built. I think he's awesome, but I do think he's over 9 feet. I'm gonna double check here. He's like 9 feet 6 inches. He's over 9. At the top of the crown is the highest spot, right? This is about the same. So he's definitely, you know, closer to 10 feet. Good thing we got the room here in the house. You can see how he takes up the whole corner. He looks awesome. I do kind of wish the paint on him was more dramatic. It's more of like the tans and the browns. You know, I feel like if it had some deeper tones in the paint, it would look more dramatic. But the overall presence is really cool. I love how you got this tall, kind of slender, spooky tree. The arms come out real menacing, right? Like this. I think that looks great. I love the sculpt in the arms, what looks like kind of fingers coming out at the top. I think the best part is how spooky that face looks. It's like a sad but spooky look at the same time. The crown is also sculpted really great, the way it all comes up into a point. The tree is a little slender, which I don't mind.
I think it works well. It gives us the space for these two at the bottom.
Yeah.
I think with it having a slender base, it works better to, you know, like a graveyard, wherever you're putting it.
All right, taking a closer look at the texture. Pretty deep texture on this guy. And I think the way they added this kind of moss around different areas looks great. You can see there, it's nice and vibrant. Glued on pretty well. It's not really falling off very easily. You have it in various parts on the tree. You can see here the base has it in several areas. So in the daytime, it's gonna look great. You don't really see it much at night. You got some up here on the crown as well. That one looks a little weird. You got some here in this arm. You got some over there. Also nice the way they give you this fabric, right? It does give it a spookier look, especially when you uplight it, and at night, it's gonna look great. All these random fabrics kind of hanging around. Like we said, the face sculpt looks great. You can see there, it's some kind of plastic, and they have a little bit of fabric laying over top. Color changing on it looks great. I do like how small the base is. We said it's about 30 inches square. You can really fit this guy in a lot of different areas. And also, if you look over here, the profile on him, he doesn't really take up a lot of space, and he projects forward, so he's perfect to put in a corner the way we got him right now. Once again though, big drawback with this one here is that gap. It really just doesn't plug into the piece, and it's gonna be an issue, so we're probably gonna have to exchange him. It came with the stakes. Definitely, if you're outdoor with this, you're gonna wanna stake it down. Also, I should mention, the build on him was pretty easy. Instructions are good. You just have a few pieces you gotta plug in. You know, the body comes together pretty fast. I think all in all, probably took us no more than 10 to 15 minutes to build, and he looks great.
Ooh.
Just to go through some of the lights. So the different features you have on this is you could change the way the lights look, right? So you have a slow pulse and a faster. I think the fast is the first one. Then you got the slower pulse. Then the other button is going to change the colors. So you have the purple, you have that kind of pinkish color,
Right.
white, a deeper green. I kind of like that deep green color.
Like, this one reminds me the most of the Snow White trees. I can understand the price for how tall it is, but it's at the end of the day, it's just like the tree with blinking lights inside, right?
I think the price comes in because it's all that blow mold material. I get it. It's 300 bucks, right? It's not the cheapest Halloween prop. Me personally, though, I think it's worth it for 300 bucks.
I would just think that for like $300, you could throw in like a audio box versus like, ooh.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%. If this guy had sound that would just play like some eerie, spooky sound, that would be so cool, because then you could just have this area in the yard. He provides that kind of ambient, spooky noise to go with whatever scene you're putting together. But that would be a great feature to add.
Or maybe more light, because like we have him with these bottom lights, but there's like sculpted faces here and there and around the tree. If they maybe gave him some more light to, like, you know, look, like to highlight the different faces and like.
Yeah, no, we've been saying that for a while. You know, I don't know what the price would be to add lights into these. Some things like the floating witch have lights. Right. I think that new Worry Crow has a light as well. If you had some lights built into the base, you can see we just uplit him, and it does make it more dynamic. Right. You start to see harder shadows in the bark of the tree. It does provide a really cool look. So there you have the 9-foot Gruesome Grounds Horrifying Hickory. We're pretty divided on the review here. I think he's amazing. You think he's overpriced?
I think he's overpriced. I feel like even if they added audio or just like one other thing, I feel like I could see it more than just glowing.
I agree. Adding audio would be a great touch to him. For me though, I think having this giant kind of spooky tree is awesome. I think it's one of the more unique ones we've seen. The face sculpt on it looks great. The fact that you can change the colors is pretty cool. I think the overall sculpt on the whole tree is awesome.
Right.
300 bucks, right? It's not cheap. I think it's worth the money. Let us know what you think about this Halloween animatronic down in the comment sections below.
And if you love these types of unboxings, make sure to stick around and check out our other videos.
Right, we got a bunch of other Halloween animatronic unboxings, all kinds of stuff. We love Halloween. If you do as well, consider subscribing.
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.